look exhausted.
Dude, my to-do list got the best of me. I finally sharpened the blade, trimmed the yard, raked the leaves, and then I mowed.
Yeah, me too.
Get out. You're not even breaking a sweat.
I know. My grasshopper trimmed around the yard, power vacked the leaves, and then mowed. I did all of it without leaving my seat.
I gotta get a grasshopper.
Finish fall cleanup and be ready for winter with a grasshopper mower.
Here we go again.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium, locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
They call it Mow Day, a time of fanfare and pride, and another week with the neighborhood's best yard, because you drafted the MVP of all mowers. A comfortable seat and adjustable controls bring the battle to your turf, not your backside. Ride like the wind on your solid steel stallion and give the fans something to cheer about, because it's your day. It's Mow Day.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Access to me means I get to explore and define myself.
Access? That allows me to follow my passion.
For me, it means I get to do what I've always dreamed of doing, helping people.
Access to me means I'm the first one in my family to come to college. Sé el primero.
At Northwest Georgia Media, we're all about capturing the moments that matter to you. From sports to arts, from concerts to business events. We're equipped to share what's happening in your world, live and in high definition. We leverage cutting-edge technology and a knowledgeable crew to see that your most unforgettable events remain just that, unforgettable. Northwest Georgia Media, where the world is your audience. Northwest Georgia Media would like to say thank you to the following sponsors: Mathis Trailer and Equipment, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson, Plastic Surgery Specialists, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. Thank you to all our sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome live to Model High School, Woodard Gymnasium, where we're getting ready for a doubleheader, 2 for the price of 1. And if you're watching on the live stream provided by Northwest Georgia Media or listening on the radio tonight, well, guess what? The price is just right. Absolutely free, and the reason for that is because of the great sponsors that we have lined up to help us provide great coverage of high school athletics around Northwest Georgia. And we'll start with the video live stream sponsors, Mathis Trailer and Equipment Sales here in Rome and also in Leesburg, Alabama, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson Plastic Surgery Specialist, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. Also radio sponsors for tonight, again, Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales, big-time supporters of the model community, Sylvan Learning Center, and Ware Mechanical. And of course, this broadcast is a partnership with WLAQ along with Northwest Georgia Media. So with that said, let's talk a little bit about the crew for tonight's action. As far as the cameras are concerned, you're going to have Braden Holder and also Clay Hardacre. Director is Mike Garrett. Replay, the guru, Nathan Patterson tonight. PA announcer doing a great job as always is going to be Grayson Atkins, and providing commentary, WLAQ Sports, I'm Matt Davis alongside Ian Griffin. And Ian, I'm fired up to be back in the booth with you again and getting ready for some round ball.
Yeah, man, you know, this is going to be a quick night after broadcasting all those games in just a handful of days during the Christmas tournament. But excited to be here out in Shannon, where basketball just means more.
It really does. It's going to be a great atmosphere for the game tonight. It will pit the Model Lady Devils against the Sonoraville Lady Phoenix here in our first game. Then we'll switch over to the boys' side. So again, a doubleheader for you. Model playing out of 7AA. They are 10-2, off to a great start this season. Won their last game. We'll talk more about that as we go along. 3-1 in Region 7AA. Meanwhile, the Sonoraville Lady Phoenix, they come in. They've had kind of a struggle as far as their record's concerned. They open up the season on an 0-11 start. However, they've won their last 3 games, so they've kind of turned a corner there against North Cobb, Cartersville, and then Northwest Whitfield. And those games took place right there at the end of 2023. But now we turn the page to 2024, and, you know, we'll see what happens. Sonoraville comes into this game riding a 3-game win streak.
Yeah, and look, both of these teams are stacked with upperclassmen. When you talk about Sonoraville, they've got 2 seniors, and Giovanna Sicaros and Brinley Walraven, and then you have 6 juniors on that squad as well. So you've got leadership that is experienced, is used to going on the road and battling out on the other side. Model also has 7 upperclassmen on this team, led by 3 seniors in Julia Shenholster, Briley Sims, and Rachel Burkhalter. These girls have chemistry. They know how to play with one another, play off one another, and they've got some young guns that you've got to watch out for too.
They really do. And if you were to talk to Coach Eccles, she would tell you, I mean, it all starts on the defensive side of the ball. They're going to be very aggressive. You'll see this team press a fair amount, and they really know how to get to the ball and force turnovers and things of that nature, and they can score too. And this is a team that, as you said, even though they're young in some spots, they've really grown up over the last couple of years and have grown a lot of maturity through some of the experiences that they've had playing against really tough teams. And so when we saw them play in the Christmas tournament, I mean, they didn't look like they were at the fairly early part of the season. They looked like they were in mid-season, late-season form at times of that tournament. So there's no doubt you're going to see a great performance from this team tonight.
Yeah, and when it comes down to style of play, we know that the Lady Blue Devils like to pressure in the full court press. They get after the ball, they play relentless defense, and then they like to get out and run and score in transition. So they will try to dictate the tempo of this basketball game.
No question about it. Well, we're up against a first break here. We're going to take that. Again, just wanted to welcome you into the broadcast, let you know that we're getting ready for some high school hoops here, presented by Northwest Georgia Media and WLAQ. Whether you're listening on the radio or you're watching on the live stream from the Northwest Georgia Media channels or the WLAQ channels, we're just glad to have you with us. If you couldn't be here tonight, and we hope that we bring you a good broadcast here of the game, we're certainly going to give our best to.
The only thing you're missing out on if you're not here is the smell of popcorn and sweat. Isn't that right, Matt?
That's right. I was waiting for that saying to make its appearance here in the broadcast, and it happened in the first segment. So
couldn't
there's
help
that.
myself.
I know. It's such a great line. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll be back in 2.5 minutes. Back in 2.5 minutes.
Introducing the new Onward high-performance lithium-ion personal transportation vehicle from Club Car. When it comes to style, power, and performance, look no further. The Onward HP Lithium-Ion exceeds expectations with impressive hill climbing performance and high-power acceleration. No other vehicle in the industry can compete. Our automotive quality, self-contained battery is protected by a corrosion-resistant and watertight steel case. This state-of-the-art battery is maintenance-free. And with an industry-leading 6-year battery warranty, you can rest easy knowing your Onward HP Lithium-Ion is ready when you are. Welcome to the next era of club car innovation.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Access to me means I get to explore and define myself.
Access? That allows me to follow my passion.
For me, it means I get to do what I've always dreamed of doing, helping people.
Access to me means I'm the first one in my family to come to college. Sé el primero.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
Back with you live here at Woodard Gymnasium. We're getting ready for the national anthem here in just a couple of moments. And then I look down there in front of the scorer's table, or beside the scorer's table rather, and I see a red Fender amp, and that only means one thing. That means that Zach Tatum's about to make his entrance in a couple of moments, and we're going to get the national anthem on the electric guitar, which I have seen before, and it is really good. He does a fantastic job with that, so I'm excited about that.
This is going to be a first for me, and I'm very excited.
And so we've got that coming up here in just a couple of moments, but we've got the Model Lady Devils taking on the Sonoraville Lady Phoenix coming up here in just a couple of moments. We'll talk about the head coaches a little bit. Of course, Sally Eccles, longtime head coach for the Model Lady Devils, has led her team all the way to the championship game back in 2009, has been to the semifinals several times after that, has had just an unbelievable program and success here at Model for a long time. Meanwhile, the Sonoraville Lady Phoenix, their head coach is Stephanie Caudell, who's done a fantastic job over there as well. Last year they were a 22-6 team, made it to the first round of the playoffs. A few years ago they were a team that made it all the way to the semifinals. So this is a program that's played some really good basketball. I know they're off to a kind of a slow start here for this season, but there's some good athletes on this team, so they're definitely going to pose a threat at times of this game.
And you know as well as I do, Matt, when you're in your non-region schedule, these coaches try to schedule really, really tough opponents to prepare them for region play and then hopefully the state tournament if they can get there. So I would not underestimate this Phoenix team just based on their record.
No doubt. Well, we are about a minute away from the tip-off of this game, so we're going to keep it right here because, again, we're going to have the national anthem coming up for you. And we just want to let you know that we're just getting started with our Game of the Week coverage here on WLAQ. Of course, Northwest Georgia Media is doing the live stream for all of the home games this year. Next up on the schedule for both teams is actually going to be on the road, so no coverage for you there as both teams head up to Temple on Friday for 6 and 7:30 tips. Girls followed by boys varsity. But the next broadcast is going to be when the teams host Gordon Central coming up on Tuesday, January 9th, 2024. Now I got to ask you another question, Ian. Have you had to correct yourself so far this year, changing a 3 to a 4?
I haven't had to write it too many times, so I'm 1 for 1.
Well, I'll tell you this. I was bragging on the radio on the morning show this morning about how I hadn't done it. And I jinxed it because later on today I did it twice and I caught myself.
Well done. Well done. I think we're all allowed 3 or 4 of those.
Well, it looks like he's got the tubes all warmed up and ready to roll, and we're going to get our national anthem here. So we're going to stay here for that and get that to you, let you hear this audio. And we're glad you're with us for Model Basketball Night. Here's your national anthem. Beautifully done. Channeling a little bit of Jimi Hendrix there, but keeping it a little bit more controlled,
yes,
I think, than that. It was very tasteful.
I mean, you know he probably wants to take it out a little wilder, but that was great, man. That was fantastic. What a treat.
I wish I would have gone down to the scores table and taken a picture of what model amp that was, boy.
Me too.
It really fills this gym for such a small amp.
Right.
Awesome.
It was bouncing off the wall. Sounded great.
Wow, good stuff. Well, let's give you your starting lineups, and we'll get you ready for some basketball. We're going to start with the Sonoraville Lady Phoenix. Number 10, Brindley Walraven is a senior. Number 20, Erin Garland, a junior. Number 24, Ella Kate Walraven, a 5'6" junior. Number 32, Layla Townsend, a junior. And number 33, Sophie Townsend. And that is going to round out your starting lineup for Sonoraville. Again, their head coach is Stephanie Caudle. For your Model Lady Blue Devils, in the starting lineup tonight, senior number 11, Briley Sims. Number 14, Rachel Burkhalter, a senior as well. Number 21, August Betts, a 5'11" junior. Number 23, Eva Pointer, a 5'9" sophomore. And number 24, Javia Samples, a 5'5" sophomore. And that rounds out your starting lineup for the Model Lady Devils. Again, head coach needs no introduction at all. Rome Floyd Sports Hall of Famer, Sally Eccles.
Ready for a little round ball?
Man, I am ready. I tell you what, I have not been to a basketball game since the break from the Christmas tournament. So I've been itching to get back into the gym. Caught a little bit of a cold there for a few days right before New Year's. And I had planned on coming out and watching some of the big blue games. It didn't happen. And I know people around, they don't want to see you coming when you're sniffling and coughing and sneezing and all that kind of stuff. But it's kind of hard to keep basketball fans out of the gym, you know.
It is, and there have been plenty of bugs flying around, so we hope you and yours are feeling healthy and safe here as the new year starts. Here we go.
There's the tip. It's going to go to Sonoraville. We are officially underway here from Woodard Gymnasium. There's a three-pointer on the way. First shot of the game is going to be a little bit too strong. Now to the low block, dribbles baseline, kick out. They're going to be on the right wing side with it. Briley Sims guarding the Sonoraville player. They go back up top. Going to be learning these Sonoraville names here as we go along. Little floater on the way. That's off the side of the rim. August Betts gets the rebound. We go the other way. Across the timeline they go. They send it over to the left wing side to Burkhalter. Back up top to Briley Sims. Dribbles around the M at center court. Sends it to Samples. Samples on the left wing side, going to lob it into Pointer. Pointer picks it up, kicks it out. 1 pass, 2 minutes, picked off. Here comes Sonoraville down the other end. The low block off the glass and through, and that was Walraven. Ellicott Walraven with the first bucket of the game.
Yeah, nice control there by Walraven to stop, pump fake, and put the bucket in the basket.
A little half-court pressure there from Sonoraville. Almost forced a turnover there. Ball's poked loose. It's going to stay with the Lady Devils.
And the Phoenix, after the made basket, came out with a full court press as well. So they're looking to pressure the ball.
So Briley Sims in front of the scorers table is going to send it in here for Model. Sends it right wing side. Now back up top. Samples fires it into Pointer. Nice crisp pass there. Kicks out. There's Burkhalter for 3 off the top of the mechanism there. So that's out of bounds.
Just couldn't get that one to fall. Good ball movement there by the Blue Devils. Shot just wouldn't go down.
So the Lady Phoenix will inbound the ball. Pressure here from Model. 6:53 left to go here in the first quarter. 2-0. Sonoraville leads it. They go right into the lane and kick out. Now they got it at the top of the key. Going to work it towards the free throw line. Backs up. Good ball movement. Thought about the 3. Took 2 steps in. Puts it up. Misses. Rebound's going to go to Sonoraville. They're going to get another look. 3 ball on the way, and that one rattles off the rim. Betts is going to get another rebound.
Couple of offensive rebounds so far for Sonoraville as they crash the glass.
Whoop, that one got behind her, but Javius Samples is able to track it down, and Model retains possession of the basketball. Sims is going to bring it across center court. She's at the top of the key, sends it left to Rachel Burkhalter. Burkhalter bounce pass over to Sims, who's now in the left wing corner. They go back up top, back around to Javius Samples. Samples is going to make her move towards the low block and gets fouled.
And great job there by Samples as the Phoenix defender. I believe that was Walraven. I'm not sure if that's who they got the foul on. But Samples did a great job to maintain control of the ball. Almost got the and one there.
And you're right, they did get Townsend on that, I believe. Shot is up and through, and we get ready for the second one from Javius Samples with 6:03 left to go in the first quarter. And if she makes this next one in, we're going to be tied up at 2 apiece. Shots in the air, and that one's going to carry them off the rim, picked up by Sonoraville. So the score remains 2-1 in favor of the Phoenix. Phoenix with the ball, high screen. There's a long 3 ball on the way, and that is through. Good-looking shot there by Erin Garland.
She banked that one in from the top of the key, and the Phoenix are out to a 5-1 lead.
So the Lady Blue Devils bring it up the floor. They're going to have her trap. Ball is stolen away. Good play here on defense by the Phoenix. Here they come back on the offensive end of the floor. They're going to drive towards the baseline, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
Yeah, great job there by August Betts to take the charge. She's got a proud papa over here in the stands.
So we get ready for Burkhalter to inbound the ball. Greeted by some pressure here again from the Sonoraville Phoenix. Javius Samples going to dribble, pick it up. They'll try to pass out of it. Rachel Burkhalter on to Sims. Fires it over to August Betts. Bounce pass over to Pointer. Now back to Betts. Inside, off the glass. Burkhalter too strong. Here's the putback from Pointer. That one won't go. And the rebound goes to Sonoraville.
Again, great ball movement there from the Devils. Just couldn't get the basket to go down.
Sophie Townsend got the rebound for Sonoraville. They go inside, and that's going to be a whistle against Model.
So far, Walraven has been excellent at getting to the basket, creating her own shot, and she'll get to the free throw this line to look to extend the Phoenix lead.
They get Briley Sims on that one, and Ellicott Walraven now at the free throw line with 2 shots coming up. First one's on the way, and that one rattles in. So in at 6-1. Sonoraville's built a 5-point lead here early. Second shot on the way, and that one is going to rattle in as well. So the score 7-1. Model trying to work around the press. They'll pass out of it. Pointer goes in, gets blocked. Sims comes up with the ball, though, gives it out to Samples. Quick jump shot inside the free throw line. That's missed. Rebound goes to Sonoraville.
Lid on the rim right now for the Blue Devils. Pointer wanted a foul, and she might not have been wrong.
There's a long 3-pointer on the way from Sonoraville, and Model just seems a little bit out of rhythm here on offense to start the game. And as we mentioned to you in the pregame, they haven't played a game in a couple of weeks. Obviously, they've been practicing and things of that nature, but it might just take a little time to get things rolling here. Here comes Sonoraville after a turnover off the glass, and it's through, but what a great assist there, Ian.
Yeah, unselfish play there from Walraven. Was that Garland that finished?
Aaron Garland with the bucket.
5 points for her early.
Here's Burkhalter. She's going to kick the ball out of bounds.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a timeout here from Coach Eccles just to regroup.
And there it is. Well, we're going to take it as well. Right now, the Phoenix lead it 9-1 over Model. 4:15 left first quarter. We're back in 30 seconds. Sonoraville has the ball out of the timeout, leading it 9-1. About halfway through now with the first period of the basketball game. Sonoraville dribbles across the M at center court. They'll stop, fires it up to the top of the key. Now they're going to go underneath, loses the handle, and is coming back to the Model Lady Devils.
Yeah, good defense there, and we got a couple of new Lady Devils on the floor. Julia Shinholster and Sadie Rotten came in after that timeout. Both of them are really key contributors to this team.
See if they can get a little spark here for the team as they move along here for the second half of the first quarter, trailing 9-8. Samples loses the handle. Sonoraville has it. They're underneath, and the ball's poked out of bounds by Model, so it's staying with Sonoraville on their side of the floor.
So far, just a little loose with the ball, and this Phoenix pressure's been getting to the Blue Devils.
Sonoraville's going to fire it into the top of the key. Fakes, goes into the paint, little runner, and that one is through. That was a good-looking move and finish for Garland.
Yeah, Garland has 7 points already. Nice little runner.
11-1 is your score in favor of the Phoenix. Model needs a basket in the worst way. Riley Sims with it's going to fire it out to Burkhalter over her head just a bit. Couldn't handle the pass, and it goes out of bounds.
Still without a field goal. That lone point coming from Samples at the free throw line. So you're not kidding, Matt. They really do need to get one down.
So they inbound the ball to Sonoraville, and they will bring it up the floor here with 3:20 left to go in the opening period of play here inside Woodard Gymnasium. Ball almost picked off. Turnover would help. There's the shot. That one's in and out. Won't go. Maybe another look here for Sonoraville. That's off the glass. That one won't fall. And finally, Rachel Burkhalter is able to pull down a board and bring the ball the other way.
You lean on your defense when your offense is struggling, Matt, and the Blue Devils know how to buckle down and play on that end of the floor.
Javia Samples with it on the left wing side. Now makes her move into the paint, puts it up, and that one's off the side of the rim. Poked out of bounds by Sonoraville, attacking the rim there, and the ball stays with the Blue Devils.
A few fresh faces. Betts checks back into the game, and then we've got a couple of new Phoenix players. I'll try to get those numbers. One is Giovanna Sakaros, senior.
They're going to get it into Betts. Now out to Briley Sims to the right wing side, and that's going to be a turnover for Model.
Did she step on the line?
I
there
think,
was a pick. Yeah, they called a foul. I believe on Briley Sims.
So Sonoraville's going to bring the ball up the floor, greeted by some full court pressure here from Model. They will try to pass out of it. She picks up her dribble, sends it back to mid-floor. They need to hurry up here. Sonoraville's going to motor down the floor, and that's a violation.
That is a turnover. Great defense there by Model, and like we said, when you're struggling on the offensive end, turn it up on the defensive side, lean on your defense, get the stops. Eventually that ball's going to find its way to the bottom of the basket.
So they're going to send it into the backcourt to Julia Shinholster, who's going to bring it across the M at midcourt. She goes right towards the top of the key, looks right, sends it to Briley Sims. Sims standing on Woodard Gymnasium logo. Gives it to Sadie Rotten at the free throw line. They kick it back out to Sims, high off the glass. It will not go. That lid stays on the basket. Sonoraville gets a rebound. It was a one-and-done trip there for the Lady Devils. Lady Phoenix on the other end. They're going to kick it out to the right wing side. Three ball on the way, and that one is no good. Betts with another rebound.
Yeah, great box out there by Betts.
She's got at least 3 rebounds in this game so far. They hit her at the high post, kick it out left wing side. Rotten for 3, high off the rim. It won't fall.
A good-looking shot, just not going down right now for the Blue Devils.
Bringing it up the floor here for.
She traveled.
Yep, she traveled. It was Walraven.
And Shinholster was defending And I don't know if there's a more tenacious player on this Lady Devils team than Julia Shinholster.
She plays with no fear.
None.
For sure. Across the timeline she goes, gives it off to Samples on the left wing side, but I would say that's a hallmark, pretty much pick your poison on
Sure.
this team. They don't play scared, that's for sure. There's Sims, puts it up. That one rolls over the rim. Still just can't get
No lack of good passing, and the ball movement has been excellent. That was a good look. And then Samples tapped that ball away.
Phoenix 11, Lady Devils 1 with 1:30 left to go here in the first quarter. Phoenix across the timeline. They're going to lob it underneath. Goes right into the paint, off the glass. That one's going to be short. Shinholster's got the ball after the rebound from Sadie Rotten. Shinholster across the timeline, feeds it left wing side. They get it inside to Betts, loses the handle, but gets fouled.
That one will be on the floor. Wait. Wow, they call a travel there?
Yes, so.
My goodness.
So Sonoraville's going to bring it out and back the other way. We're almost down to the 1 minute mark here of our first quarter. Sonoraville 11, Model 1. They go right into the lane, put it up. Didn't get the shot, but she did draw a little bit of contact there.
That's 2 on Sims.
So Lakeland Hall is going to go to the free throw line here with a couple of shot opportunities. So Hall at the free throw line takes the ball from the official, dribbles a few times, puts it up, and that was going to be short. That one barely caught the front of the rim.
High arcing shot, but just a little short.
Pointer checks into the game, also Burkhalter, as well as Jada Wells for Model. Leaving, well, here's the next free throw, and that one's going to be right through. So now it's 12-1, an 11-point deficit for Model early in this one. They're going to send it to the right wing side. Lady Devils with the ball. They go inside, off the glass, and through. They finally get a field goal, Ian.
August Betts there again. Great ball movement, making the extra pass. This time the bucket goes down.
Speaking of good ball movement, underneath, off the glass, and through for Erin Garland, who's had an outstanding first quarter. 14-3, back to an 11-point lead here for Sonoraville. A bounce pass to the left wing side to Burkhalter, lost it for a second, retained possession, gives it out to Shinholster. 28 seconds on the clock, remaining in the quarter. Ball is stolen away, but stolen right back, and then stolen right back by Sonoraville. Crazy sequence there. Phoenix across the timeline, dribbling with the ball is going to be Erin Garland. Oh, ball is slapped out of bounds. Last touch by Model.
Yeah, August Betts got a hand on that one.
You can tell she's a volleyball player on that one, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So Sonoraville's going to send it in motion here on offense on their side of the floor from the sidelines, working left to right. They dribble off to the right wing side, now try to get it back up top. Had her tied up between 2 defenders, kicks out the left wing side. 3 ball is drained. What a shot by Lakeland Hall. Man, and right before the buzzer.
Yeah, all Sonoraville in quarter 1.
All right, 17-3 your score. Sonoraville on top of Model in the girls game. We are back in 1 minute.
Northwest Georgia Media would like to say thank you to the following sponsors: Mathis Trailer and Equipment, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson, Plastic Surgery Specialists, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. Thank you to all our sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Model with the ball, trailing 17-3 after the first quarter. Just started with the second. There's Pointer underneath. Point blank shot is missed, and a rebound for Sonoraville.
Story of the night. Oh, that's a walk.
So this one's coming back to the Lady Devils. Turnover for the Phoenix. We've got 7:41 left to go here in the second quarter of the ball game. To let you know the leading score of the game so far, well, that's Erin Garland. She had 9 points there in the first quarter. So over half of the points there for the Phoenix. Ball is stolen away again here by the Phoenix. Uncharacteristic turnovers here for the Lady Devils here early in this one. I have a question. How in the world is this Sonoraville team 3-11 on the season?
They look pretty sharp.
They really do.
Yeah. Again, I mean, we talked about it. Maybe they had some players out. Maybe they just played a ridiculously strong schedule. And, you know, maybe Model just had a bad first quarter. We'll find out.
Yep. So Sonoraville defeated in on their side of the court with 7:14 left to go here in the half. There's a little wild shot. It doesn't go. Ball rolls down towards the baseline, stays with Sonoraville. They do a good job of chasing it down. Good ball movement, drives baseline, puts it up, gets blocked. And here comes Javia Samples with the ball. Dribbles right down towards the lane, Euro steps, misses the shot. But the rebound goes back to Model. 3 ball on the way, that one won't fall. So had a couple of looks there, couldn't get either one of them to go. We have a jump ball.
We do? I believe that's with Model.
I think it's pointed the other way.
Yeah.
So the Model Lady Devils will press right now. Sonoraville ball's poked out of bounds by August Betts. So it's going to stay with the Phoenix. To trigger it in motion is going to be Brinley Walraven, a senior this year for Sonoraville. They'll feed it in, try to get around the pressure. Brinley with the basketball right now, trying to dribble around Pointer. They will hand it off one more time, but they cross center court, and there's a whistle and a foul. I think they got Shinholster on that one.
Shinholster doesn't agree.
No,
she had all ball.
Yeah.
And she may have. I have the luxury of the replay. She definitely got a little arm there. Good effort, though.
From the baseline, you will see Sonoraville inbound the ball. They send it out to the right wing side. Now they're going to kick it out to the top of the key. Oh, yeah.
That's a carry.
So a turnover for Sonoraville. We get ready for Model to bring it back the other way.
Model needs to see a couple go down in succession here, Matt. They're getting stops on the defensive end. Just can't seem to cut into this lead.
A Model with only 1 field goal there in the opening quarter of the game. They're going to bounce it underneath to Pointer. She gets stripped as she was going up the chute.
Yeah.
Coming down with the ball is Lakeland Hall. And bringing it up the floor here for Sonoraville is going to be Hannah Bradley. Now she dribbles back up towards the top of the key with the ball's Walraven. They fire out to the left wing side. Now around to the right wing. 3-pointer on the way, and that one's in and out. Rebound goes to Samples. Samples motors across the center court stripe, goes into the lane, puts it up, misses the shot. Betts with the rebound, kicks out. There's Shinholster. The 3 ball won't go, and the lid remains on the basket.
And they call a foul, or is it jump ball? They went jump ball, so it'll stay with Model.
So the Lady Devils will inbound underneath their own basket here in just a couple of moments. We've got 5:49 remaining here in the opening half of play. Phoenix 17, Model 3. And they will inbound the ball to Shinholster. Shinholster directing traffic, sends it right wing side. Now they get it to Betts, who backs her way in and gets fouled.
Yes, she did. Was she in the act of shooting? Are they going to give that to her? Put her on the line?
I think so.
No.
No. Well, she thought so.
Yeah, I thought so too.
But now we're going to see Burkhalter inbound the ball, tries to bounce it into Pointer, ricochets off her, and it's a turnover.
Foot was on the line when she got her hand on it.
Brinley Walraven to send it in motion here, greeted by some pressure here from Model as they will try to work it up the floor. In off the bench is Giovanna Sicarios. And timeout's going to be called. That was a good timeout. They were going to have a hard time getting it around that press in time. So we're going to take it as well. 5:36 left to go, second quarter. Phoenix 17, Model 3. We're back in 30. of the timeout, and they're going to feed it up to the top of the key, work it off into the middle, kick it out to the left wing side. They go in. There's a little runner. That one won't go. Rebounds taken by Sonoraville, and a big-time block, but definitely got some hand that time.
I think so, and that'll send Siqueiros to the line. Her first attempts from the stripe.
So again, Giovanna Siqueiros is at the free throw line, a senior with a couple of attempts here and an opportunity for her first points of the basketball game with her team leading 17-3. Shots on the way. That one caroms off the front of the rim. We'll get ready for a second shot.
I love free throw routines. You can tell this girl's done it a million times. 5 dribbles, low to the floor, and then she lets it fly.
Let's see if she keeps the routine. There it is,
Yeah.
the 5 dribbles and the shot on the way, and that one's in and out. Wasn't effective there, but
It's all right. It's all about the routine, man.
It is. It looked good. They kick it out to the left wing side. They go to the top of the key, try to pass it underneath to a cutting player, but it went out of bounds.
And Roughton had the right idea there. Jada Wells was wide open under the basket.
So Sonoraville across the timeline. They will dribble right towards the top of the key, send it right wing side. Now dribble baseline, little runner, and that one won't go. There for the rebounds, Wells, but there's a tie up, and it's staying with Sonoraville.
Sure will. Neither team has scored in this quarter. Minute and 3 seconds in.
That's very true. So Sonoraville will inbound the ball. Now going to work it inside. Shot is up. That's off the rim. And still no score here in this second quarter. Ball is knocked loose. Rolling down the floor. Foot race to try to get it. 2 players banging each other as they slide to the scorer's table. And the result is Model's going to get the ball.
They are. Who are those 2? Was that Shinholster and Garland, I think, that went diving to the floor there? We'll see on the replay.
We'll have to see that again.
Oh.
Yep. Shinholster sends it to left wing side to Samples. Samples tries to throw it crisply inside, but it's picked off. Good hands there by Siqueiros on that pickoff attempt there.
Shinholster's going to get whistled trying to go for the steal. She'll have to take a seat. Riley Sims back into the game for Lady Devils.
So we get ready for Sophie Townsend to trigger it in motion here for Sonoraville. She's going to give it to Garland. Garland across the Emmett center court, stops and puts up a 3-point shot. That's off the side of the rim. A little wide right. Now they go back up top to Garland again. She'll back her way up. It's going to need some help. It's going to lob it to the free throw line. Now around to the left wing side. Breaks towards the bucket. Kind of puts up a wild shot. That's over everything, but Sonoraville comes out with it.
His second chance opportunity.
3-pointer on the way, caroms off the rim, and Rachel Burkhalter gets the rebound. Model comes back the other way. Burkhalter across the timeline is going to send it right to Javia Samples. Samples in front of the Sonoraville bench, sends it out to Sims, now up top to Rotten, now to the right wing side. Burkhalter, 3-ball on the way, that one won't go. I thought that one was going to go for a second, but it was too strong.
It was online.
Here's Sonoraville on the other end of the floor. They're going to kick it right. Here's a 3-ball in the air, and that one's off the mark. Nope, it's going to be out of bounds on Sonoraville.
Good save attempt there from Lakeland Hall, but went out of bounds. Model takes timeout.
Let's take it with them. 3:33 left to go in the first half. Sonoraville 17, Model 3. We're right where we started to begin the second quarter. We're back in 30 seconds.
Access to me means I'm the first one in my family to come to college. Sé el primero.
Well, very interesting start to the game. It was a slow first quarter for the Model Lady Devils. Only scored 3 points, 1 free throw, and 1 field goal there in that first quarter. Sonoraville Phoenix came out on fire. They scored 17 points in that first quarter, but We're almost down to the 3-minute mark here of the second quarter. Nobody scored here in this quarter.
Defensive struggle.
So we've got Model bringing it up the floor. Samples got it on the left wing side, leaves it for Rotten. She will drive into the lane, puts up a little runner. That one rolls off the rim. And Sonoraville came out with it. We're going to have a foul against Model.
And that'll be Burkhalter that gets whistled there. And this second quarter has been a good old-fashioned rock fight.
It really has been. Sonoraville going to bring it up the floor in the hands of Garland. The junior guard's going to send it to the right wing side. Now over towards the baseline, a pass. Now back around, they're going to go up top to Garland. Thought about the 3-ball. Now they send it to the left wing corner. There's a long 3-ball. That one won't go. Burkhalter gets the rebound. Now Model needs to convert this into some points here. Oh, ball is stolen away. It's a run out on the other side and an easy layup there for Ella Kate Walraven. She's got 6 points in the game. It's 19-3 in favor of Sonoraville. Javia Samples on to Sims, left wing side, Rotten, shot on the way, and the 3-ball is through.
And perhaps that's the bucket that breaks the ice for the Lady Devils.
Good looking shot. 19-6 is your score as Model starts to try to chip away in this ball game. Here's Sonoraville on the other end, 3-ball on the way, almost got it right back, but missed the shot. Samples was there for the board, and here comes Model back the other way, trying to string some buckets together. Easy for me to say. There's a quick runner off the glass and through.
5-0 run.
Sometimes that's what it takes. Something to just, as you say, break the ice, see one go through, get your confidence back on the offensive side of the ball. Here's a 3-ball on the other end. That one's off the mark. Rebound goes to Sonoraville. They may get another shot at it.
These second chance points, I mean, it's been huge. The offensive rebound numbers are highly skewed towards Sonoraville.
Garland with it. Now is going to kick it back up to the top of the key. They work it around left side to Walraven. Now back up top to Garland. Almost lost the handle, retains possession. Sends it to the right wing. There's a long 3-ball. That's off the mark. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. Who last touched it?
I think we're over the back foul there. And that's 3 on Briley Sims. By my count, you've already got 2 on Shinholster.
So we're going to see Braley Walraven at the free throw line here with a couple of shots. First one's in the air and rattles out. Score is 19-8 in favor of the Phoenix over Model here with 1:27 left to go in our second period of play. And one more free throw shot coming up from Braylon Walraven. Shots on the way, and that one's through. So that makes it a 12-point game. Sims to bring it up, gives it to Rotten. Now on to Samples. Samples is going to send it right back to Rotten. Down to Sims on the other side of the floor. Drives in the lane, splits defenders, puts it up, misses the shot. Rotten's there to get the rebound, tries to get it to the rim, maybe draw some contact. Didn't happen. Ball's poked out of bounds by Julia Shinholster, and so the Phoenix are going to inbound and bring it up the floor.
Rotten looking to draw the foul there. A little frustration here, but you just got to keep plugging away.
Braley Sims is going to feed it in to Aaron Garland. Garland to bring it up the floor here for the Lady Phoenix rather. Garland across the timeline, picks it up, sends it left wing side. Fakes, kicks it out to the right wing. 3-ball on the way. Good ball movement. Couldn't get the finish though. And that's going to be over the back on Sonoraville this time.
They're going to get Walraven on that one. Elliott. Brindley. You'd love to go 2 for 1 here if you're Model. 54 seconds left. If they could get 2 possessions here and cut into this lead before halftime, that would be huge.
Samples has got it up. Ball is knocked loose.
Oh, wow.
And it's coming back to Sonoraville. I thought that was out on the Phoenix.
Clearly out on Sonoraville.
Very interesting.
Definitely missed that one.
Wow. Well,
watch that one more. Oh, I'll bite my tongue.
From the baseline, there's the shot. Missed. Another shot is going to be blocked. Rotten got a hand on that one, it looked like. And it's coming back to the Blue Devils.
Got to do the right thing. That was definitely off of Samples. Yeah, yeah. Love replay.
It's definitely an advantage in it. Samples has got it, fakes, gives it back to Shinholster, and back on to Samples. They give it to Rotten. She's going to drive. They kick it out. Here's Samples with a 3-ball, and it's through. What a shot by Samples.
Big time. Cuts it back down to single digits here. The first time since midway through the first quarter that they've trimmed the lead under 10.
20-11, and Sonoraville turns it over on the other end, so it's coming back to the Blue Devils.
Here's an opportunity. They can play for the last shot. If they can get a bucket, cut this lead down a little bit more, go into the locker room with some momentum.
Here's Samples. He's going to feed it off to Milan Howard. Now over to Shinholster. Got to be aware of the clock here. 8 seconds. Now they send it left wing side to Rotten. Back out to Shinholster. 4 seconds to work with. Samples in the long 3-ball. That's left short. And that's the end of the first half. Your score at halftime, Sonoraville Lady Phoenix 20, Model Lady Devils, they have 11. So 20-11 at halftime. Let's send it back to the studio for a 2.5-minute break. We'll be back.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
You look exhausted.
Dude, my to-do list got the best of me. I finally sharpened the blade, trimmed the yard, raked the leaves, and then I mowed.
Yeah, me too.
Get out. You're not even breaking a sweat.
I know. My grasshopper trimmed around the yard, power back the leaves, and then mowed. I did all of it without leaving my seat.
I gotta get a grasshopper.
Finish fall cleanup and be ready for winter with a grasshopper mower.
Here we go again.
Access to me means I get to explore and define myself.
Access? That allows me to follow my passion.
For me, it means I get to do what I've always dreamed of doing, helping people.
Access to me means I'm the first one in my family to come to college. Sé el primero.
Well, we welcome you back to live coverage of high school basketball, whether you're listening on the radio, WLAQ AM 1410, 96.9 FM, or watching the live stream produced by Northwest Georgia Media. We're just glad to have you along with us today. Matt Davis alongside Ian Griffin to bring you the call of tonight's games. And here at halftime, Ian, the Phoenix lead this one 20-11 over the Model Lady Devils. However, when you looked at the end of the first quarter, Sonoraville would lead at 17-3, but Model would come out in the second quarter, start to hit a couple of buckets, had a couple of threes there in that second quarter, would outscore Sonoraville 8-3 in the second quarter to try to chip away and get back into this ball game. So I'm kind of expecting different things there in the third and fourth quarters of this game.
Yeah, different. You know, they were down 17-3. The buckets were falling. They've got to fix the offensive rebounding issue. Right now, Sonoraville is getting tons of second chance opportunities. I'm sure that's something that Coach Eccles is talking to her girls about in the locker room. But the ball movement was there. They were getting good looks. Sometimes the shots just aren't falling, and that was certainly the case for the first quarter and a half. but they started to see it go through the basket late in that second quarter. We're able to shave 5 points off of that Sonoraville lead and take some positives into the locker room.
Indeed. Let's break down the scoring there from the first half of play. We're going to start with the Model Lady Devils, again trailing in this game 20-11 here at halftime. We will start with August Betts. She would knock down the first field goal of the game for Model. Only had one there in that first quarter, and it was August Betts. She had 2 points, 1 point for Javius Samples in the first quarter, but she had 5, got a couple of field goals, including a 3 there in that second quarter. She leads Model with 6 points, and then you had the 3-pointer there in the second quarter from Sadie Rotten, so that all adds up to their 11 points. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Sonoraville Lady Phoenix, they would have 1 point from Brinley Walraven, a free throw in the second quarter, 4 points from Lakeland Hall. All of her points came in the first quarter. One was on a free throw, and then she also had a 3-pointer. And you also had 6 points from Ella Kate Walraven. 4 of those 6 were in the first quarter of the ball game. But the leading scorer in the game so far is Erin Garland. She scored 9 points, but Ian, all of those 9 points from her were in the first quarter of the ball game. She was awfully quiet there in that second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, both teams struggled. We were midway through the second quarter before anybody got the lid off the basket. So some great adjustments by Model on defense. And look, let's give them even more credit, because I think in the second quarter alone, there were probably 8 or 9 offensive rebounds extending the possessions for the Phoenix, and Model still only allowed 3 points that entire quarter. So some great defense from Model. They'll continue to lean on that. They'll switch ends of the floor, and we'll see if they can get hot and start knocking down some of these shots, because again, the ball is flying around the court and they're getting good looks.
Well, let's go ahead and take a moment here, Ian, to thank the sponsors here for the 2023-2024 Model High School Basketball live stream. We'll start with Mathis Trailer and Equipment Sales. Also, you have Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson Plastic Surgery Specialists, WC Timber, also Dogwood Books on Broad Street, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. Radio sponsors for tonight, we have Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales, Sylvan Learning Center, and Ware Mechanical, and we're enjoying doing this broadcast in partnership with our good friends over at Northwest Georgia Media. Feels like we got the band back together
It
again,
does.
huh?
It does. You know, it's I appreciate you having me along for the ride. When football season ends, I get a little down, man. I don't get to throw the headset on except on Thursdays in the studio with you, so it's nice to be here in Shannon. And looking forward to this entire season's slate of games.
Well, we cut our teeth into the basketball season back during the Christmas tournament. You and I called 12 games together in a matter of 4 days, and so now we're ready to go here with some regular season stuff, and we'll see what happens with the playoffs. But we're just happy to be here, and definitely want to thank Model for allowing us to come out here and be a part of the broadcast. Let's recognize the crew. We're going to start with the camera guys, Braden Holder and also Clay Hardacre. You've got director Mike Garrett. Replay is Nathan Patterson. PA announcer tonight doing a fine job as always is Grayson Atkins. And again, we've got commentary provided by WLAQ Sports. I'm Matt Davis, and with me tonight is Ian Griffin of V3 Magazine. Well, we're glad you're with us. We're going to go ahead and step out for 2.5 minutes. We'll come back and set the stage for the second half and get things rolling. We're at Model, where the Blue Devils trail right now the Sonoraville Phoenix here in the girls' game. 20-11 is your halftime score. We're back for the second half in 2.5 minutes.
Northwest Georgia Media would like to say thank you to the following sponsors: Mathis Trailer and Equipment, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson Plastic Surgery Specialists, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. Thank you to all our sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
They call it Mo Day, a time of fanfare and pride, and another week with the neighborhood's best yard, because you drafted the MVP of all mowers. A comfortable seat and adjustable controls bring the battle to your turf, not your backside. Ride like the wind on your solid steel stallion and give the fans something to cheer about. Because it's your day. It's Mo Day.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
Welcome you back here at Woodard Gymnasium as we are enjoying a little halftime activity here as we get ready for the start of the second half. Your Model Lady Devils taking on the Sonoraville Lady Phoenix, and this is a non-region game. Of course, Model plays out of Region 7 AA. Meanwhile, Sonoraville, they are a 7-4A team, and that's one of the things I always admire about teams when they're willing to, you know, schedule teams that are in higher classifications, maybe have situations with a little bit more depth, things of that nature, because it really helps prepare you for the games that count towards the playoffs when you get into region, and especially if you're, you know, have a good enough region record at the end of the year to find yourself in the playoffs. These types of games really are helpful.
Yeah, really, you get to break this thing down into 3 parts if you're fortunate enough and you get into that state tournament, that non-region schedule, and then your region play. So you want to prepare yourself to take that next step.
Well, Model's going to open up with the ball, trailing by 9 points, looking for a hot start to the second half. They're going to feed it underneath, and a whistle and a foul. Up to jump ball, it's going to be called. And that'll end up in a turnover because Sonoraville had the arrow pointing their way, so they're going to bring it up the floor.
Model coming out with a bigger lineup. As you see Wells and Roughton down there, they're going to look to go into the post this half, Matt, I believe.
Garland sends it to the right wing side. There's a 3 ball on the way, and that was a good-looking stroke there from Brindley Walraven. Wow. 23-11. Leads back to 11 here for Sonoraville. They try to go underneath. One pass too many. Sailed on her a little bit, and it's picked off by Sonoraville. They're going to bring it back the other way. Here's a long 3 ball on the way. That one caroms off the side of the rim, and Model will bring it back the other way.
Let's see, Matt, coming out with that bigger lineup. This is something Coach Eccles must have seen at halftime. They're going to try to work it inside.
Roughton sends it inside to the middle, and there's a whistle and a foul that's going to be against Sonoraville.
And so far, both possessions, they've gone straight to Jada Wells right there in the paint. Last time she got tied up for a jump ball. This time it's a foul that gives Model the ball under the basket.
Briley Sims surveys the floor, is going to lob it inside. Oh, the ball's going to be picked off. She chases after it, and we have a whistle that's going to go against Sims.
That may be 4. I think she had 3 in the first half, by my count.
The scoreboard has her with 3.
Okay, well, that's 3 then.
Across the timeline goes Sonoraville. Garland's going to send it to the left wing side. Now back around to the right wing. There's Walraven for 3, and that one's going to carry him off the back of the rim. It goes out of bounds. It's coming back to the Blue Devils.
Walraven finding her stroke. That one looked good too. Just didn't go down for her.
Shinholster going to bring it up the floor. Bounces it across to Briley Sims. As you mentioned, has 3 fouls. They send it the right wing. Sadie Roughton with it. It's going to leave it for Samples. Samples drives in. Euro step. Kicks out. There's Shinholster. Drives to the free throw line. Puts it up. That's high off the back of the rim. And out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Shinholster with a good look there from 15 feet, just couldn't get it to fall.
So Briley Walraven's going to send it in to Aaron Garland, who brings it up the floor here for the Phoenix. 6:19 left to go here in the third quarter. Model trails 23-11, down by 11 points here playing at home. Going to send it to the left wing side. Phoenix with the ball. They will bounce it to the free throw line. Now kick it out. Back around to Garland, fakes, goes in, puts up a quick jump shot, rattles off the rim, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by Wells, I believe.
Yeah, Wells was trying to wrestle it away, lost it. But this zone working out pretty well so far in the half-court defense for Model.
There's a lob out to Garland. They get to her in a hurry, but she drives, puts it up. That's off the back of the rim, chasing it down Sims. She'll turn, gives it off to Wells. Wells to Samples. Samples crosses over the center court stripe, sends it left wing side to Shinholster, back to Rotten, around to Samples. Nice step inside, puts it up off the rim. It won't go. It sat there for a minute, just wouldn't fall.
Good hands by Shinholster. Yeah, Samples having a frustrating night. She's getting the ball down into the paint, getting some shots up. They just won't go down.
So Sonoraville brings it across the timeline. Garland's got it. She'll stop, sends it to the free throw line. Now goes down low block, puts it up, misses the shot. Rotten is there, pulls down the rebound, and here come the Lady Devils, and quick. Samples across the timeline, picks up her dribble, sends it to Shinholster to the left wing to Rotten, inside to Wells, off the glass and through.
They want to get it under the hoop. You can tell they're forcing the issue. I love it. Doing a much better job on the defensive glass, boxing out and limiting those second chance opportunities for Sonoraville as well.
Model cuts it to 10. Here's a three ball on the other side, and that's through. That one hurt.
Tell you what, that's the second three of the quarter for Brinley Walraven.
Shinholster's going to lob it across the center court stripe to Wells. Now back to Shinholster, and she hadn't got across center court yet, so that's a backcourt violation.
Yeah, she was so close, too. She looked like she got her feet across, but couldn't quite handle a hot pass as she was trying to pull the tightrope walk off there. Good effort by Shinholster, but in the end, it is a backcourt and a turnover.
Garland brings it across center court after the inbound pass. We're down to 4:40 left in the third quarter. Sonoraville leads it by 13. 26-13 is your score.
Another good look.
Send it to the right wing side, back to Garland, wide open three, and that one's off the back of the rim. Wells collects the rebound. Gives it to Burkhalter, who's going to bring it up the floor. Pointer getting ready to check into the game at a stoppage of play here for the Blue Devils. Bounce pass underneath the Wells. It's going to be blocked, though, as she was going up to shoot. Sonoraville's got it. Garland sends it left wing side to Walraven. Three ball, and it's through. That was Ella Kate Walraven that time, knocking down the three.
But the Walravens have combined for 3 threes in the quarter. And, you know, it's a pick your poison type situation. Models opted to go with the bigger lineup, but the ball movement from Sonoraville is getting open looks from behind the arc now, and they're knocking them down 3 for 4 in the quarter.
Sally Eccles calls for a timeout. Let's take it with them. Phoenix 29, Model Blue Devils 13. Girls game, we're back in 30.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
Sonoraville opens with possession of the ball out of the timeout. Three ball on the way. That one's off the mark, and thank goodness for Model, because with the help of 3 threes, as you pointed out, Walravens, Brinley Walraven with 2, and then 1 for Ella Kate Walraven. You've seen Sonoraville outscore Model 9-2 to start this quarter. There's Betts underneath the Pointer, puts it up, misses, gets her own rebound, put back, doesn't go, but Betts is there to clean it up.
Scrappy play there from the Blue Devils. One possession at a time, coming out of the timeout. Big bucket there.
29-15 your score after the bucket from Betts. Here's Sonoraville on the other side of the floor. They send it to the left wing side. Now back up top, they go to Garland. Garland's going to send it to Walraven. Back to the left wing side. Long 3 ball on the way. That one's going to roll off the rim. And Pointer's there for a rebound.
Great box out, good rebound.
Now Julia Shinholster thought about the 3, drives. Now is going to send it out to the left wing side to Burkhalter. Back around to Shinholster. Shinholster's going to back up, reset the offense here for Model. Sends it to Rotten. Rotten sends it over to Shinholster on the right wing side. She's trapped in the corner, going to need some help. Sends it down to Betts at the baseline. She turns, starts to go towards the low block, has her pocket picked by Garland, and here comes Sonoraville on the other side. They go right to the low block. Ball is going to be picked up by Eva Pointer. Here comes Model. Shinholster in transition. 2:29 left to go in the third quarter. Phoenix 29, Model 15. Ball is stolen away.
Yeah, 2-on-1.
Bounce pass underneath. There's Garland, and jump ball's going to be forced by Julia Shinholster.
Great defense by Shinholster there. She did not leave her feet, put her hands on the ball, And Model will get the ball back thanks to that effort. And it was 2-on-1. That was all Shinholster making the play down there.
Burkhalter's going to send it in to Rotten, going to have some pressure here from Phoenix. They're going to give it back to Shinholster, now to Burkhalter on to Sadie Rotten. Get it up top here to August Betts at the high post. Sends it over to Shinholster, back to Pointer. Shot from the free throw line, and it's through.
Cuts that lead to 12. 4-0 run here by Model.
So Eva Pointer with her first bucket of the game, and it was a biggie, as you mentioned, cut it to 12, 29-17. Sonoraville with the ball, going to drive baseline, puts up the shot, misses. The putback is going to roll in.
I believe that was 33.
Sophie Townsend. 31-17 your score. Model loses the handle on the other end. Got a little out of control on the other side, but stole it right back. This could be a run. Nope, Burkhalter drives out to the right wing side with it. Took her a minute to catch up with it. Sends it underneath to Pointer.
It'll be a foul down low. I believe that was on 11. Tatum Scott.
So Rachel Burkhalter sent it in motion here for Model from the baseline on Model's side of the floor.
Correction, they got Sophie Townsend on that foul, Matt.
Good deal. Burkhalter surveys the floor, is going to send it to Pointer, who puts it up and scores her second bucket of the game.
All right. Pointer getting hot here at the right time.
Eva Pointer with 2 quick buckets here for Model. 1:15 left to go in the third quarter. Ball is poked loose by none other than Julia Shinholster.
You can expect
she's
to call her
find
name.
the ball,
Yeah.
you know. Ella Kate Walraven sends it left wing side. Now back to Ella Kate. Driving, puts up the little runner, rattles off the rim, and the putback won't go, and a foul. So we're going to see free throw shots coming up for Ella Kate.
And she gets to the rack, gets her own rebound, and draws the foul. And these Walravens have been a deadly combination.
Sounds like the name of a good band or something. The
Walravens.
Shots on the way, and it's through. She gets ready for a second one.
The perks of being a Walraven.
Second shot on the way. That's off the front of the rim, and Javius Samples collects the rebound, brings it up the floor for Model, tries to send it to Burkhalter. Ball is going to be knocked out of bounds, deflected, I believe, by Sonoraville.
Got another fresh face in here as Milan Howard comes in.
And we'll send it in to Javius Samples, who's at the M at mid-floor. Going to give it off to Burkhalter. Now to the left wing side. Samples puts up a quick jump shot. That one sails over the rim. Collected by Rachel Burkhalter, so it stays with Model. Burkhalter with it on the right wing. Tries to get it underneath to Howard. Puts it up. Misses. But she did draw some contact.
Yeah, a great feed there by Burkhalter with the lob pass inside. Just a over-the-shoulder grab by Howard. She got hacked on the way up, and she'll get 2 shots.
So Milan Howard at the free throw line gets ready for her first shot. It's on the way. Very efficient routine for her.
Money.
Gets ready for her second free throw. Still waiting on a couple of players to shift in and out. Looked like one of the players for Sonoraville got popped in the face or something.
Yeah, she's getting a little ice.
But Howard has one more free throw coming up. Made the first and makes the second.
All right.
That helps the cause, getting some points there with the clock stop with 39.6 seconds left here in the third period. Still some work to do for Model to get back into the game, trailing by 9. Oh. Sent it to the left wing side, wanted the travel there, didn't get it, but eventually it does turn into a turnover.
And after all said and done, a bucket here, and we'd be even for the quarter.
Checking into the games, Layla Townsend here for Sonoraville. Model has the ball, Pointer's got it, it's going to drive towards the baseline, then backs out to the right wing side, gives it to Shinholster. Shinholster on to Javius Samples, jab steps, Euro step, inside and through. What a move.
Yeah, silky smooth.
15 seconds on the clock, and Model's going to run down the floor and grab it and bring it back the other way. So a turnover for Sonoraville. 8 seconds on the clock. They send it to Javius Samples. Nice Euro step, goes in, misses the shot. 2 seconds on the clock, and a whistle is called.
Yeah, they're gonna say she stepped on the line. Model's gonna get a chance for a catch and shoot here.
So they're going to send Shinholster to the baseline to trigger this thing in motion. 1.1 seconds on the clock. Here's the inbound pass, the shot on the way, and it's left short. Rachel Burkhalter had the look she was looking for, but left it a little bit short there.
Hey, still, despite it all, Matt, they trailed by the exact same margin they did coming into the quarter, 9 points.
32-23 is your scores to get ready for the final 8 minutes of the ball game, and we will be back in 1 minute. All right, Sonoraville opens the final quarter with the ball. 3-ball is in and out, and the ball is going to be out of bounds on Sonoraville.
That was a close one. Oh, they reversed it.
They reversed it.
They pointed Model's direction. That ball was halfway down, too, so fortunate bounce for Model.
So Sonoraville's going to inbound the ball, leading this one by 9. 32-23 is your score. Garland with it. Up. Ball is tipped, but it's going to stay with Sonoraville. Good recovery there for the Phoenix. They're going to bounce it to the left wing side. Good defense there by Model, though. Going to try to pass it. Ball is deflected by Julia Shinholster. Stays with the Phoenix and a travel.
All right.
The defense being disruptive there, forcing the turnover.
Getting in the passing lanes. Had several chances at a steal there. Eventually get the turnover.
Shinholster with the ball. It's going to hold, dribble, double dribble. No.
They called her for a walk. Yeah.
So we'll see the Phoenix inbound the ball in between the scorers table and the Sonoraville bench, working from right to left, leading 32-23. Sonoraville's led this game wire to wire. They're going to send it to the right wing side. Now back up top. Fakes, sends it left wing. Going to try to shoot it underneath, and shots off the glass and through. And the
and one there.
And the foul.
Sophie Townsend will get a chance to tack on one from the line.
So we get ready for her free throw shot, trying to convert the three-point play. It rattles off the rim, will not go. Scores 34-23. Model's got to get going real quick here to get back into this game. Ball's going to be picked off on the other end. And here comes Sonoraville the other way. Garland's got it. She's across the center court stripe. Dribbles across the M at mid-floor. Goes towards the top of the key. Sends it to the right wing side. And the ball's poked out of bounds by Eva Pointer.
It seems like every time Model chips away, Sonoraville will answer with a run of their own. Still time for the Lady Devils to climb back into this.
But it's go time, no doubt about it, at this point of the game. 6:44 left to go in the final quarter. Phoenix 34, Model 23. Going to have a couple of subs here for Sonoraville. We'll give you a floor check in a moment, but right now, Brindley Walraven's going to inbound the ball. She is going to find Ella Kate Walraven, who drives, kicks out to Garland. Garland's now going to feed it to the right wing side. There's a little runner there. It's going to be missed. Rebound goes to Sonoraville. Shakes off a defender. Garland jacks up a three. That one's off the mark. And Burkhalter gets the rebound, but a whistle's called.
Going to get a foul there on Ella Kate Walraven.
Going to have the boys game coming up in just a little bit. Javia Samples going to lob it down to Pointer. Almost lost the handle. Gives it back to Samples, and she travels.
She did. Just didn't put the ball on the floor quite quick enough there. stepped into that jump shot and nailed it too, so unfortunate.
So Sonoraville will inbound the ball with a 34-23 lead. 6:15 left to go in this ball game. They'll drive baseline and an offensive foul.
Yeah, player control there. She went in with that knee up too as she was going for the shot. And you can see Burkhalter kind of holding her ribs there. She took a knee right to the ribs. You can see that on the replay if you're watching the stream at home. That's going to hurt tomorrow.
Samples, Burkhalter now on the Shinholster. Jab steps, fakes, is going to give it off to Milan Howard. Now back out to Burkhalter. To Shinholster, she'll back up, reset the offense. Stands between the circles. Now on to Samples, she goes to the right wing side, back to Shinholster. They get it underneath to Howard. She's covered up, so they give it to Shinholster. Takes a couple steps forward, puts up the shot, misses. Here's the putback from Howard, won't go. A third attempt will not fall for Burkhalter. And then Sonoraville gets the rebound after 3 attempts there for Model.
Yeah, a lot of good looks. Ball was almost down a few times.
Here's Brindley Walraven's going to send it baseline. Ball is poked out of bounds. Well, it's coming back to the Blue Devils.
Comes Broughton. Howard will take a seat.
Shinholster over to Samples. Bringing it up the floor, now to Burkhalter, back to Samples. Samples is going to split 2 defenders, drives the lane, kicks out to Shinholster, drives towards the baseline, and we're going to have...
Oh, they're going to attack?
Really?
Shinholster.
I guess they thought she gave her a little bit of shove there at the end, so.
I guess. Teed her up, though.
So we're going to see a couple of free throws here from Brindley Walraven, and then after that, obviously, Sonoraville will have the ball. First shot's on the way. And now we'll get ready for the second shot.
And I saw some communication between the official and Coach Eccles. They're saying it was the grab. Because she went kind of bear hugged her, and that's what they called it.
Made them both, and now an opportunity for Sonoraville here for a big swing here, leading it already 36-23 with 5:17 left to go.
Yeah.
That hurt.
It really did.
Aaron Garland sends it to the right wing side to Brindley Walraven, back to Garland, now to the left wing side. They'll drive baseline, little runner, won't go. Here's the putback. That one rattles out. Pointers there, gets the rebound for Model. They come back the other way. But time is tight right now here for the Blue Devils.
It is. It's definitely now or never.
Model set to inbound the ball. Shinholster is going to take the ball from the official, surveys the floor, sends it out to Javia Samples. Now on the left wing side, they go to Rachel Burkhalter. 4:54 left to go here in the ball game. To Shinholster. She dribbles between the circles. And now she'll make a move. Shinholster with the ball is going to sail it over to Samples. Underneath the pointer, puts it up, off the glass and through.
Pointer's had a strong second half.
Eva Pointer now with 6 points here in the second half.
Turnover.
And Model's going to get the ball back, trailing by 11. Still enough time here to climb back in it, but Burkhalter surveys the floor, bounces it into Sadie Rotten. They get it to Pointer, puts up the quick shot. That one rattles off the rim. Rebound's going to go to Brindley Walraven, and a whistle and a foul is going to be charged against Model.
I'm not sure who they got. They got Burkhalter on that one. But they will be able to defend full court press here and see if they can get a turnover.
Brindley Walraven feeds it in, and Sonoraville brings it up the floor. Garland's got it. Ooh, another shove underneath there by Shinholster.
Physical play out there.
Very much so. Yeah. But she didn't hug her that time.
Nope. No, just a little shoulder check.
A little
push.
All right, timeout's going to be called by Sonoraville, so let's take it also. Sonoraville 36, Model 25, 11-point lead for the Phoenix. 4:20 left, fourth quarter. We're back in 30 seconds.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
While we got a break in the action, do want to take another opportunity. Can't thank enough the sponsors for making it possible for this live stream and radio broadcast. Let's start with the basketball live stream sponsors: Mathis Trailers and Equipment, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson Plastic Surgery Specialists, also WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. Radio sponsors tonight: Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales, Sylvan Learning Center, and Ware Mechanical. Without them, not possible for us to be here providing coverage of local high school sports, which we sincerely love to do. Glad to be here. Thank you very much, sponsors. Lady Phoenix with the ball and the lead. They're going to put up a three-point shot. That one's off the rim. It won't go. And the ball is coming back to the Lady Devils.
Great position on the block by Rachel Burkhalter, getting the rebound. Draws the foul in the process. Hasn't been for lack of effort.
Oh, definitely not. We got a boys game coming up after this one. Model Blue Devils and the Sonoraville Phoenix will lock horns. They had a matchup earlier in the season that was settled by 1 point. The Phoenix won, so Model looking for some revenge tonight.
Layla Townsend with the push there on Pointer. Will that put the Blue Devils to the line? It will. Now here's where you can take advantage, Matt. You can get some points without the clock running. So they're in the bonus the rest of the way.
Desperately need them. Pointer at the free throw line, shots on the way, and that one's off the back of the rim. She'll get ready for her second shot. That was her first free throw attempt of the basketball game. Has been red hot here in the second half, though. Scored 6 points. Second shot on the way, and that one rattles in. That cuts it to 10, so we're almost down to a single-digit game. So Norville's going to bring it up the floor. Model needs to take advantage of a turnover here. Get a stop. Ball poked loose by Eva Pointer.
Good hands. Possession arrows going Model's way, and they are in the bonus for the remainder of this quarter.
Big crowd on hand for this one here tonight. So Norville across the timeline with the ball. Garland's got it. It's going to send it up to the top of the key. They work around towards the right wing side, lob it underneath, shot off the glass. That one rattles off. Lucky break there for Model. I thought that was going in. Burkhalter across the timeline sends it to Briley Sims. Back up top to Javia Samples. Samples is going to stop, sends it to Sims. Sims surveys the floor, drives, Euro steps, tries to get it to the rim, can't. And the ball is back in the hands of the Phoenix.
I think Sims was looking to draw the foul there, and there was no whistle.
3-point ball on the way. That one's well off the mark, goes out of bounds. It's coming back to the Blue Devils.
Trae Young range right there. Way back.
Now, I have to admit, I have not watched very much Hawks basketball this year at all.
You're not missing much. They don't play defense.
Here comes Samples inside. Nice pass underneath the Burkhalter and the finish. Just what the doctor ordered.
And this lead is down to 8. That's as close as they have been in a long time.
Here comes Sonoraville. Garland across the timeline with 2:50 left to go in the ball game. Sonoraville leading here 36-28, an 8-point lead. Brinley Walraven with it. Gives it to Garland, drives, little runner, in and out, and rebound goes to Sadie Rotten. Here come the Lady Devils making a move here late in this ball game. JVS Samples splits defenders. Here's Sims and cleans it up.
Takes it to the rack, second chance opportunity, and the lead is down to 6.
All right, folks, we got a ball game. Sonoraville Phoenix across the timeline. Garland's going to back up, sends it to the top of the key, gets it to Townsend. Townsend leaves it for Walraven. Little runner on the way. That one rolls off the rim. Rebound, though, goes to Sonoraville, so they've got the ball and bleed a little bit more of this clock. Garland with a head fake. Goes in with a little runner. It's blocked. Pointer got her hand on it. And the ball's coming back the other way.
Pointer, what great body control there to get her hand on that ball and avoid making contact with the body. And then the ball knocked out of bounds by Garland, and Model has a chance. They could make it a one-possession game here with a 3-point basket. Now the three-pointers have not been falling for Model. I think only one on the night, maybe two. But I'm pretty sure Roughton has the only one.
Shinholster's got the ball, leaves it off for Samples, back to Shinholster at the M at midcourt. Shinholster back to Samples, makes a move into the paint, kicks it out to Burkhalter, can't handle the pass, and that's an untimely turnover right there.
Costly turnover.
Man, oh man. Oh, they took too long trying to, nope, she got the timeout. All right, well, we're going to take it also. 1:48 left to go. Models cut it to 6. Sonoraville Phoenix leads it 36-30. We're back in 30 seconds.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Welcome back live, everybody. Woodard Gymnasium High School Hoops tonight on WLAQ and also the Northwest Georgia Media live stream. We're glad you're with us tonight. We're at the home of the Blue Devils, and they're playing a little We Will Rock You. Everybody's stomping their feet and having a good time tonight. Because that's what you do when you're here, man. You stomp your feet and you have a good time. All right, the Lady Phoenix with the ball in the lead. They've led wire to wire, but the Blue Devils have cut it to 6. They're as close as they've been. Ball's knocked loose. Shinholster comes out with it, drives, puts it off the glass. It's in! And one! She's going to the free throw line with a three-point opportunity.
And Shinholster always has a nose for the ball. She makes the steal, wrangles it in, and gets to the rack, making the layup and getting to the line for the opportunity for a three-point play.
And this would cut it to a one-score game. Shots on the way, and that one rattles high off the back of the rim. Sonoraville gets the rebound, but it's still a 4-point ball game with 1:25 left to go. What a comeback here for the Model Lady Devils. Sonoraville with the basketball, a little bit of pressure on them now. Here's a three ball on the way, and that one's off the rim. Chasing it down is Javia Samples. Here come the Lady Devils. Big possession here across the timeline. Samples to Burkhalter. Three ball, and it's off the mark. Rebound goes to Shinholster. Back out to Samples. Samples drives out to the right wing side in the corner. Is going to need some help. And
timeout.
We're going to have a timeout. Very good timeout there by Coach Eccles.
Absolutely.
Well, with under a minute to play, we're just going to keep it here through the timeout.
Yeah, boy, this looked like it might get away from Model, but they never quit scrapping on the defensive end, and they have cut this thing to 4 points. If they can make a bucket here and get another stop, who knows? They might have a chance to win this ball game.
So it was a lopsided game, much of the game, as you pointed out. After the end of the first quarter, Sonoraville had a 17-3 lead. Model started chipping away a little bit. By the time we got to halftime, they'd cut it to 9. It was 20-11. At the end of the third quarter, 32-23. And now with 57.9 seconds left on the clock, Model has cut it as close as it's been since early on in the game and only trailed by 4. 36-32 is your score with under a minute to play in this basketball game. So a lot can happen in this final minute.
No question, Matt. It's going to be a fantastic finish. Model with the ball coming out of this timeout. 19 seconds left on the shot clock. They're guaranteed at least one more possession in this last minute, and they need a bucket right here.
All right, so the Lady Blue Devils set to inbound the ball, trailing by 4. To trigger it in motion is going to be Rachel Burkhalter working from left to right. They're going to send it on Model's side of the floor to Shinholster. Now to Roughton for 3. That one's off the mark, a little bit short. Gets her own rebound, starts to drive baseline, and the ball's not going to bounce by.
They're going to say that's on Roughton.
Ooh. August Betts is going to check back into the game for Sadie Roughton. We get ready for Sonoraville. They've inbound the ball. Going to have some pressure here for Model. Sonoraville's able to work across the floor. And now they're going to try to foul immediately with 43.2 seconds left to go on the clock.
Try to extend the game.
Right now, we're going to see.
Oh, my goodness.
Tee him up. Yep. No. That's Sophie Townsend going to the free throw line here, shooting 2 shots here for the Phoenix with 43.2 seconds. These are big ones right here, folks. First shot's on the way, and it's through. Ice water in the veins right there on that first one. August Betts checks out as Rotten comes back in here for the Model Lady Devils, who had cut it to 4, and now it's back to 5 here for the Phoenix. Second shot on the way, and that one's through. It's back to 6, and with 43.2 seconds left on the clock. Samples across the timeline, drives, now kicks it to the left. They get over to Rachel Burkhalter. Burkhalter sends it over to Shinholster. They got to shoot pretty quick here. There's Pointer back out to Shinholster, bounces it over to Pointer, back to Shinholster, puts up the 3-point shot. That one is going to rattle off the rim, and now Sonoraville gets the ball with 22 seconds left.
And they will foul, sending Erin Garland to the free throw line. If you remember, Garland started hot with 9 points in the first quarter. She hasn't scored since, has she?
No, she hasn't, and this is her first trip to the charity stripe here in the basketball game with 20 seconds, so hasn't had any free throw attempts in this basketball game. Going to try to ice the game here. First shot on the way, and that one rattles in. That one really hurts because now you got yourself a 7-point ball game. So a 3-score game. Second shot on the way, and that one rattles in as well. So that might have been the final dagger with 20 seconds left to go. Here comes Javia Samples, going to try to save as much clock as possible. There's the shot. It's off the side of the rim. It won't go. Sonoraville gets a rebound, and a foul is called instantly.
And unfortunately, Matt, this comeback effort for the Lady Blue Devils is going to fall short. But a great effort to get back in this ball game.
So Ella Kate Walraven at the free throw line. 14 seconds left on the clock, and an 8-point lead here for Sonoraville. Shots on the way, and that one's through. So get ready for a second shot. Model defeated Sonoraville back on December the 9th. The second shot goes through there for Walraven. The final score in that one was 51-45. Going to have a similar deficit when this one's over. Shinholster now on to Rotten. Here's Pointer from the free throw line, and that one's going to rattle off the rim. Put back is going to go from Rachel Burkhalter, but time is running out. 2 seconds on the clock, and Sonoraville dribbles out the final 2 seconds. And Model's going to lose this basketball game, as you mentioned, despite a great comeback attempt.
Yeah, great effort, no quit in these Lady Blue Devils. They made some adjustments at halftime. Fought back, had this thing cut to 4 points with Julia Shinholster on the line trying to convert a 3-point play. And then Sonoraville, as they did most of the night, every time Model made a push, they'd push back and find a way to extend their lead. And they come away with a big victory on the road.
Indeed they do, and so Sonoraville improves their record to 4-11 on the season. Still have not played a region game so far this year. Model is going to fall to 10-3. Their region record remains the same at 3-1 since it's 7AA school playing a 7-4A school. Well, we got about 15 minutes until the start of our next game, so what we're going to do now is send it back to the studio for a 2.5-minute break. We'll total up the scoring there from the first game. We'll come back and wrap things up from the girls game and start to set the stage for our nightcap. It's the Model Blue Devils hosting the Sonoraville Phoenix, and a boys game coming up. Should be a real good one, so don't go anywhere, folks. We're glad you're with us tonight on WLAQ and also the Northwest Georgia Media live stream. We're back in 2.5 minutes.
Introducing the new Onward high-performance lithium-ion personal transportation vehicle from Club Car. When it comes to style, power, and performance, look no further. The Onward HP lithium-ion exceeds expectations with impressive hill climbing performance and high-power acceleration. No other vehicle in the industry can compete. Our automotive quality, self-contained battery is protected by a corrosion-resistant and watertight steel case. This state-of-the-art battery is maintenance-free. And with an industry-leading 6-year battery warranty, You can rest easy knowing your Onward HP lithium-ion is ready when you are. Welcome to the next era of club car innovation.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Access to me means I get to explore and define myself.
Access? That allows me to follow my passion.
For me, it means I get to do what I've always dreamed of doing, helping people.
Access to me means I'm the first one in my family to come to college. Sé el primero.
Well, Ian, as you pointed out several times throughout the game in our broadcast of the first game, it was never a question of effort. It was there throughout the entire game. Model mounted a really, really nice comeback attempt, brought it within 4 late in that game, but ultimately resulted in an 8-point loss to a really good basketball team, the Sonoraville Lady Phoenix. But it's one of those situations where the old saying says sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. And this is definitely one of those games that some of the lessons learned throughout the course of the night, the Lady Devils will take with them and grow upon throughout the course of the season.
And I think one of those big lessons is you just keep scrapping, even when the ball's not falling, because they eventually got themselves within striking distance, come back and win a game where the shots had not fallen all night long. And, you know, tip your cap to the Sonoraville Lady Phoenix. They played well. They shot better from beyond the arc, but you saw Model clean things up on the defensive end of the glass, make those halftime adjustments, and that's definitely a situation where you can learn from experience like that, because it's going to keep your players believing that no matter what the circumstances, if they just keep grinding, they can have a chance to win a game.
Well, let's break down the scoring there from our first game, and then we'll start to turn our attention over to the boys' side of things. We'll start with the Lady Devils, who would fall in this game again by 8 points. They would have 2 points from Julia Shinholster, also 2 from Briley Sims, 4 for Rachel Burkhalter, 4 for August Betts, 6 points for Javia Samples, 4 for Jada Wells, 3 for Sadie Rotten, 2 for Milan Howard, and then the leading scorer today for the Lady Devils, scoring all 7 of her points in the game in the second half, was Eva Pointer, the sophomore. So one good thing there for the Lady Devils is the scoring was spread out with a lot of different players getting involved. It was a really good team effort.
Yeah, it absolutely was. You saw the offensive strategy changed in the second half as they tried to get it down to their post players, especially in the third quarter. But you had a lot of different players that contributed and put points on the board.
Here's how the scoring broke down for the Sonoraville Lady Phoenix, who would win the game 42-34. They would have 9 points from Brindley Walraven, 4 points for Lakeland Hall, 6 points for Sophie Townsend. Then they would have 11 points from Erin Garland. 9 of those points were in the first quarter of the basketball game. She didn't score again until late in the fourth quarter with a couple of free throws. And the leading scorer in tonight's game overall was Ella Kate Walraven. She would have 12 points in the basketball game. And again, the Phoenix win that one 42-34 final score.
Yeah, the Walravens got really hot, especially in that third quarter, as they combined for 3 3-pointers that put up most of their points in that quarter. So it was a good team effort there from the Phoenix as well. And like I said, you just have to tip your cap to them. It was their night.
And in addition to being a great PA guy, our buddy Grayson Atkins never lets us down. He's so good about going and helping us get the starting lineups because we just don't have time to get all the way down to the scores table and back, keep the broadcast going as far as the commentary. So those little things really help. We appreciate that.
Always good to have friends in high places.
It really is a nice thing, isn't it? Well, we're going to go ahead and take another break. We'll step out for 2.5 minutes, and we'll get ready for the boys' game. It's coming up. It's the Model Blue Devils and the Sonoraville Phoenix when we come back in 2.5 minutes.